Hello, loves. Welcome to Inner Enlightenment Messages. My name is Sarah, and I'm so glad you're here. If you're new, welcome to the channel, and if you're a returning subscriber, it's great to have you back. All right, everyone, welcome to the week. It's great to have you all here. For my astrology group members, a quick update. I'm wrapping up the Q&A from last week's session, and this week we'll dive into the fascinating topic of planetary aspects, how planets interact and influence events in your life. We'll cover conjunctions, squares, oppositions, and more. In the Pathfinder group on Wednesday, we'll shift focus to the Enneagram. Last week, we explored the way of the yogi, but this time, I'll guide you on how to use the Enneagram as a tool for personal growth and spiritual awakening. If that resonates with you, join us. Looking ahead, we have some exciting cosmic events. The full moon in Gemini is coming up at the end of the week, coinciding with Mercury going direct on the 15th. Mars recently went retrograde in Leo and will dip back into Cancer before going direct again on February 23rd. Lots of shifts to discuss, so let's see what comes through. A theme I've been noticing lately is the idea that you can't pour from an empty cup. Some of you might be feeling drained, especially by family dynamics. For others, it's about finding your star family in this cosmic game of hide and seek. Remember, your lighthouse, the light you shine, guides you home. This ties beautifully into Project Lighthouse, the business class I'm launching on Tuesday, where I'll teach you how to stand tall and shine brightly in a chaotic world. This week is also about making choices. Many of you are at a choice point, a moment to close out old cycles that no longer serve you. Whether it's relationships that have become draining or situations where you felt stuck, this is a time for action. Some of you might feel like conflict is brewing, either to shake things up or break free from stagnation. While it's never easy, standing up for yourself is necessary for growth. Let's take a look at the cards for guidance. The star reminds us of hope and renewal, while the tower suggests that disruption can be a catalyst for change. The Two of Wands encourages you to plan your next steps, and the moon highlights intuition and the unknown. There's a sense that conflict or shakeups are helping you realign with your true path. Sometimes things that feel too even keel can hinder growth. This is about embracing necessary discomfort to propel forward. Mars retrograde is pushing us to confront internal patterns that keep us stuck. You might find yourself saying, "I just can't do this anymore." Whether it's a family dynamic, a friendship, or a work relationship, it's time to speak up and stop carrying the burden alone. Some of you may have been holding back or apologizing too quickly after speaking your truth. This week, consider what it means to truly stand in your power. The cards also suggest that some conflicts might not be as intense as they seem, more like good-natured sparring than full-blown upheaval. But remember, you're taking on too much, and it's time to let go of what no longer serves you. This is your moment to shake things up and move forward with clarity and purpose. Let's embrace it together. The Queen of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles signal a new beginning, a shift in direction. This is reinforced by the Six of Swords, indicating forward movement and leaving something behind. Alongside the Knight of Wands and Three of Wands, there's a sense of navigating the expectations others place on you. It feels unfair that others expect you to fulfill unspoken obligations while you're simply living authentically. Whether this manifests in a love partnership or a broader context, there's a conflict between honoring your path and meeting these expectations. This could highlight a dynamic between the divine feminine and divine masculine. As the divine feminine steps into her power, the masculine energy struggles to adjust. This tension is evident not just in personal relationships, but on a larger collective level. There's a strong emphasis on moving forward quickly, leaving behind patterns of codependency or imbalance. The Queen of Pentacles shows you've embraced your power and sovereignty, which might feel threatening to others who prefer the old dynamics. The Page of Cups often hints at an apology, but here it doesn't feel necessary. Simply standing up for yourself isn't something that requires apologizing for. Yet, the High Priestess suggests that the other party may think so. The Two of Pentacles, Hanged Man, and Fool signify breaking free from old patterns, especially ones where you shouldered disproportionate responsibility in relationships. There's a realization that accountability and reciprocity are essential, and you're no longer willing to maintain imbalances. This awakening might cause conflict, but is necessary for reclaiming your energy and power. The Ten of Wands reflects the burden you've carried, but the Sun, Ten of Cups, and Wheel of Fortune show the liberation and joy that come with setting boundaries. The Four of Pentacles underscores the importance of protecting your energy and knowing your limits. Balancing between giving too much and maintaining your sovereignty is crucial. The Queen of Wands reveals that simply being yourself might provoke others, especially if they're used to you fulfilling a subservient role. We're at a pivotal moment where being a sovereign being challenges old norms. The divine feminine energy, symbolized by the Queen of Wands, no longer accepts carrying all the emotional, physical, and mental labor in relationships without acknowledgement or reciprocity. This imbalance is becoming increasingly unacceptable, and the resistance to it is growing stronger. The Knight of Wands and Three of Wands highlight the expectations others have, while the Page of Swords, Nine of Wands, Empress, and Seven of Swords point to deeply ingrained patterns. These patterns are being brought to light and dismantled, pushing you toward a freer, more empowered way of living. It's a shift in relationships and the collective dynamic, with the divine feminine standing firm against outdated expectations and reclaiming her power. There's often a kind of communication that feels passive, where a lot is held back to maintain peace. I remember my mom being that kind of person. Her motto seemed to be peace at any cost. But I've always questioned that. Is peace really worth any cost? That approach no longer feels right. Looking ahead to 2025, I sense a shift coming. This might have to do with Mars retrograding back into Cancer, which brings a mothering, nurturing energy. There's this dynamic of overextending oneself to keep the peace, especially from the perspective of the divine feminine energy. It's as if the nurturing energy is drained in partnerships, while the masculine energy doesn't contribute nearly as much. I've noticed this dynamic in the world recently, though it might not resonate with everyone. If it does feel personal to you, there's a strong message about breaking free from it. This is a pivotal moment, a crossroads where the imbalance in energy exchange becomes glaring. It's not about keeping score, but there's a clear realization, wait a second, this doesn't feel fair. I'm giving so much, but what am I receiving in return? The divine feminine, which isn't tied to gender, but rather an energy, is facing burnout from this dynamic. Initially, there might be feelings of shame, worry, or hesitation to assert oneself. But there's also a wave of new opportunities and gifts coming in. For instance, the Queen of Pentacles energy signifies abundance and success. Some of you might find yourselves stepping into a brighter spotlight, which could attract both welcome and unwelcome attention. This shift is about balancing the act of nurturing others and nurturing yourself. It's a time to reflect on whether your energy is going towards your dreams or being consumed by supporting someone else's. This moment feels like a healing process, breaking old patterns and stepping into your truth. The upcoming full moon in Gemini, coinciding with Mercury going direct, symbolizes clarity and new beginnings. The Ace of Swords, the symbol of truth, feels significant here, as does Temperance and Archangel Michael's guidance. The message is clear: it's time to learn a new way. For the divine feminine, this means embracing the courage to step into your power, even when it's scary. Speaking your truth, especially in situations where others might try to hold you back, is part of this journey. If you're in a relationship that feels limiting, this is a call to establish firmer boundaries and recognize your own patterns. Ultimately, this is about reclaiming balance, setting yourself free, and moving forward with a renewed sense of purpose and alignment. Some of you have been navigating life while Pluto has been transiting through Capricorn, and now it's moving into Aquarius. Pluto in Capricorn has challenged us to ask important questions. Have we built a structure that truly supports and protects us? Have we created strong boundaries? Have we formed meaningful connections, a supportive community, or a solid foundation for our business or personal life? In short, what have we constructed in the last 15 years that prepares us for this new journey of truth? For me, this journey has included stepping away from narcissistic relationships. Though there may still be a few more lessons ahead, the key to moving forward is standing in your power. When you do, the karmic pieces fall into place, opening the door to a fresh chapter. If you're finding value in this content, consider showing some support by giving a super thanks. It really helps out the channel. And of course, don't forget to subscribe for more updates. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like and share it with anyone who might benefit. And if you enjoyed this, check out these other videos for more insights.